So ladies and gentlemen of the press, I think we are very happy to have you at Chui House today. We are a democratic party. We have very democratic institutions and mechanisms of resolving any disputes. And today we have agreed that that be done democratically and peacefully and openly and transparently. So we will be turning our focus, our full focus, to the by-elections. And we already have the leading candidate for Malava constituency, where I will be proceeding this weekend to start our campaigns for that parliamentary seat. We will also be fielding in Ugunja constituency, where we already have a candidate, and we will also be campaigning in Ugunja, in Huisero, in Garissa County, Fafi, where we have candidates across the country. So we want to ask all our members, wherever you may be, musiwe na wasiwasi, chama kiko imara, and you can see all of us here together, na wote tunaelekea kwenye uwanja wa kutafuta viti vya ubunge, viti vya MCA, so that we continue strengthening our party. Yes. The disputes in the party, I think we had already answered that in our statement, that we have received petitions, including against myself, yours truly, the party leader, Governor Natembeya, my deputy, the chairman here, and others. So we have a mechanism of dispute resolution. So we are telling our members and supporters not to be troubled. We are handling these things, and we will be able to resolve these disputes. Yes, feel threatened at all. We are a democratic party. In fact, we have said anyone who wishes to run for any seat in our party is free to do so. And we have space and mechanisms to resolve any dispute. So there's nothing we can't handle, because we are seasoned and we can chew gum and scale the stairs at the same time. We can do it. So we're not worried at all.
Just to clarify, we're going to have our next meeting in the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Can you speak to the concerns or reports that the third deputy party leader has registered another political party?
That is one of the petitions that have been brought. We have said our NEC will appoint that team that will now resolve those disputes internally, because we've heard of a party called CORD. If there is evidence that he has registered that and maybe promoted the ideas of a party other than the party that elected him, the consequences are clear legally. But that is not for us to speculate. It is for the team that the NEC would appoint to resolve. And that will be a quasi-judicial body that anyone mentioned adversely, including myself and the national chair, will have an opportunity to appear before that body and to clear the air, to clear the names, and for us to proceed together. Otherwise, those of you who are celebrating that maybe DAP Kenya might split, mutangoja sana, it's not going to happen. We are a very united party. We'll emerge out of this stronger as not just the 5th largest party in Kenya. One day soon, we're going to be the top party in this country, and we'll give this country the 6th president of the republic. Thank you very much for listening to us.
Just one final question, Party Leader, because we were with you in Tanzania when you went to protect the governor, that is Eugene when he was being arrested by EACC. Maybe just inform Kenyans and your party members, where did it go wrong between you and him?
No, we have no problem at all. These are petitions not against me and my deputy. They are petitions from different members. And raised, they must be determined. And they will be done so judiciously. We have very qualified personnel that will form this committee that will be authorized by NEC to now resolve that issue. It's not personal between me and my government.
It's just good to appreciate that this is a very fair competition within the party.
Yes. And we're democratic.
And we have said everybody is willing.
Yes.
We have seen people looking like goons around this place, even outside.
Yes.
There was some also waiting outside there.
Yes.
Would you like to comment about that?
Not at all. We do not know what happens outside our gates. But you are all safe here. You are all safe here, and please welcome for a cup of tea. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. By elections, this is going to be a litmus test for our unity as the united opposition. Just the way we are managing our internal disputes through internal dispute resolution mechanisms, as the coalition we are equally setting in place mechanisms of resolving disputes. And in the coming days after IEBC, and we are calling upon IEBC, Kenyans are anxious. They've had wards and constituencies, 6 of them, 16 wards, unrepresented, some for over 2 years. I was in Huisero, where Maloba, the MCA, was murdered. In 2023, up to now, Kisa East has not had an MCA. So that lack of representation is a serious issue, and we are saying IEBC must proceed with speed, give clear roadmap, beginning with by-elections. We need to know when we're going to have these by-elections. Then we are already in August, meaning we are entering that critical stage that Judge Kriegler talked about. 24 months to the next general election. IEBC must be up and running and fully operational. They are just starting. We were a bit late in getting this IEBC. So we must have a clear roadmap right from the by-elections all the way to the general election that is just 24 months away. We are talking of next August and the last August. The second Tuesday of the last August. That will be 10th August 2027. We do not have the luxury of time. We want to see IEBC moving, and we want to see free and fair elections, starting with these by-elections. Already you can see the semblance of pre-election violence. You cannot have free and fair elections where there is violence, whether it's pre-election or post-election. What we are seeing in terms of violence unleashed against members of our coalition, we saw it in Murang'a, we saw it in Subukia, we saw it in Chwele in Bungoma, we saw it in Kakamega. We are very, very sure that Ruto knows he's going to be a one-term president, but he's going to resort to 2 things. One, stealing elections, as Oscar Sudi has told us, Senator Cherargei has told us, and violence. So IEBC, come out. But for us as the coalition, we are going to agree in the next few weeks after IEBC announces to field joint candidates in each constituency. So do not think we'll fall into the trap. We are being divided ourselves as the opposition. DCP and DAP-Kenya are sister parties in the same coalition. I believe by the time the date is announced and we go to that election, it will emerge that Seth Panyako is the leading candidate in Malava, and DAP-Kenya is ahead of DCP, who will be asking them to do the honorable thing and stand down their candidate to support the leading candidate. It is the determination of this coalition to win each of the 6 parliamentary by-elections. Once we do that, those of you who are doubting one term, these by-elections are going to tell you that William Ruto is actually going to be a one-term president, beginning with the by-elections. Thank you very much. We can take a last question.
Just a clarification.
Lastly, for the Ruto regime, we are very concerned as a party about the issue of auctioning of our strategic national assets. The latest is the Kenya pipeline. We do know that the refinery in Mombasa is already gone. We do know that the port in Mombasa, the port in Lamu, is at an advanced stage. We are also aware that the aborted Adani deals, where they were planning to sell JKA, Ketraco, as well as the Shah deals, there are already efforts to bring back, through the back door, the same fellows. We want them to know that just the way we went to court to challenge them and got Adani out of this country, we will not allow them to bring back Adani through the back door. We'll stay vigilant. As the Democratic Action Party, we'll stay on the front line of fighting against corruption, fighting against all these atrocities being committed the abductions, the enforced disappearances, the extrajudicial killings. This party has been on the front line and will remain so, even as we go to the by-elections, even as we prepare for grassroots elections to strengthen the fifth largest party in the Republic called DAP Kenya. Thank you very much for coming. Unless you have some questions, we could take one or two. Yes? Yes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Welcome to Chui House, and this is our press release for today. We have today held a National Management Committee meeting to deliberate on matters raised by some members of the National Executive Council, who then proceeded to issue petition to the Secretary General to give notice for a meeting of the National Executive Council and the National General Council, Governing Council, to change the party constitution, change party leadership structures, among other requests. There are also other petitions that cast doubt on the eligibility of some members of NEC. Two, a petition was also received requesting for the removal of the party leader and some members of the National Executive Council. A petition was also received petitioning for the removal of the third deputy party leader. In view of all the above, the National Management Committee has deliberated and found that there is therefore a serious dispute between members of the party. Can I repeat that? In view of the above, the National Management Committee has deliberated and found that there is therefore a serious dispute between members of the party. The National Management Committee has therefore decided to refer all petitions to the Internal Dispute Resolution Mechanism, that's the IDRM, to handle this urgently and to ensure the party activities continue uninterrupted, specifically focusing on the upcoming by-elections, where we will field candidates across the country. Meanwhile, we appeal to the party members and our supporters to remain calm as the party leadership works to resolve the current impasse in the party. So our National Executive Council shall be called soonest to appoint the Dispute Resolution Committee so that it can start working to resolve the disputes between members of the party. Thank you very much.
All right, let me see if you have any questions.